Shalom Yasharallah. All praise to Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of the 12 tribes of Israel. In the name of his son, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who is the Prince, the Messiah, and the Savior of the children of Israel. All right. The next holy day, the next new moon is tomorrow night on the 6th, from the 6th to the 7th. And the next Passover is going to be the next holy day after that. It's going to be it's going to be April 18th at sunset to April 19th at sunset, Holy Convocation, the Passover. And after that, we have April 24th to April 25th, sunset to sunset, as a Holy Convocation of the Passover. Days to get together, review, read, and worship Yahweh on his holy day. All right, so today we are in the fourth day, Aliyah, of the Parashah Mikeitz or Mikeitz, which is Genesis chapter 41, verse 53, until Genesis chapter 42, verse 18. And we're dealing with Joseph, all right, and his rise to power in Egypt, and we link that up to wisdom. We show parallels to the Messiah, to Yahushua, all right? So we talked about the 7 years of plenty, all right? Now we starting in verse 53 with the 7 years of plenty. Verse 53. And the 7 years of plenty that were in the land of Egypt were finished. And the 7 years of famine began, as Joseph had said, and there was famine in all the lands, but throughout the land of Egypt there was bread. So it's not the dream, it's the interpretation of the dream. All right. So Yahweh gave the dream to Pharaoh, but Pharaoh was not chosen of the Most High, as a savior or for righteousness. Pharaoh was just a vessel. You can have a dream and the dream can mean something. All right, but it was the one that was given the power by Yahweh to make that dream understandable. Verse 55. When the entire land of Egypt hungered, the people cried out to Pharaoh for bread. But Pharaoh said to all the Egyptians, "Go to Joseph. What he tells you, do." So there was famine in all of the lands. All right. So it says all land Bakal ha Aratzawath. So the famine in all of the lands. Egypt, there was lacham, there was bread, there was grain. So Pharaoh said, whatever Joseph tells you to do, ta ishawa, that you shall do. Ta ishawa. All right. It says Lakoa Aliyah wasap Asha Ya'amar lacham ta ishawa. Now the famine spread over all the face of the land. All right. Now this looked like it's saying over all the earth. All right. It says Wah Haraib Haya Al Kalpanya Haratza. All the land. All right. And Joseph opened all the storehouses in which there was grain, and he sold it to the Egyptians. And the famine intensified in the land of Egypt. All right. So the famine got bigger and bigger. All right. Less and less food. And Joseph opened up the grain that he had stored. And all the inhabitants of the land of Egypt, of the land, came to Egypt to Joseph to purchase, for the famine was intensified in the entire Bakal Haratza, in the entire earth. Is what it says. All right. So this is a global event, all the earth. All right. So now in all the earth, it says this thing was going on. All right. So now what we have to look at is the fact that Job was prepared. He knew it was coming. He was prepared. There was no surprise from Joseph. Okay. Allah said out the body Yahweh, not Aisha, wa not Shaman. All that Yahweh said, what we do and hear. So we go into chapter 42, verse 1. Yaakov saw that there was grain being sold in Egypt. So Yaakov said to his sons, why do you appear satiated? I mean, why y'all acting like y'all satisfied? Or darawa. All right. So he's saying, why you satiated? All right, insatiable. Why you y'all seem like y'all just reach your end? And he said, behold, I have heard that there is grain being sold in Egypt. Go down there and buy us some from there, so that we will live and not die. So this is a life or death situation. He's saying, go ahead down to Egypt and get the grain, because we're gonna die if we get it. Verse 6. I'm gonna say verse 3. So Joseph's 10 brothers went down to buy grain from Egypt. So that's all of the brothers for Benjamin, and except for Joseph. But Joseph's brother Benjamin, Banyamin, Jacob did not send with his brothers, because he said, less misfortune before him. Last time they were around his other son, Joseph came up missing, and they brought him a bloody coat back, and he doesn't want something bad to happen to Benjamin, so he's not putting him in a bad situation. Verse 5. So the sons of Yasharallah, Israel, came to purchase among those who came, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. All right, so the famine was in Canaan, and people went down to buy the grain. Now there was a ruler. Okay. Joseph was a ruler over the land. It was he who sold to the entire populace of the land. And Joseph's brothers came and prostrated to him with their faces to the ground. So just like Joseph saw in his dream. It's been over 20 years since Joseph had a dream. So if you got a dream that the Most High put in your spirit to do something, don't let Hashatan come. Don't let other doctrines and other ideas come to distract you from that dream. Keep working on what the Father put in your plan to do, in your spirit to do righteously, according to laws, commandments, and statutes, and don't stop waiting for that potential to achieve itself through your patience and your actions working in that direction. Because everybody was laughing at Joseph and mocking him, and they thought that they were solving the problem of him being over them, but they actually put Joseph in a position to be over them. So this is a very key verse. So now his brothers did exactly what Joseph saw, the gatherings of the harvested grain in the field that was tied together, bowing down to the one in the middle. The stars bowing down, all right, to Joseph in his dream at the center. So now Joseph's dream of his brothers that were over him, all right, and the brother that were below him, Benjamin, and his older brothers bowing down to him. Okay. And Joseph saw his brothers and recognized them, but he made himself a stranger to them, and he spoke to them harshly. What is it that you have come to get from us in Egypt? What do you want? So Joseph talked real bad to them, hard, and they recognized him. And he said to them, where do you come from? And they said, from the land of Canaan to purchase food. They said, well, we come from Canaan to purchase food. Now Joseph recognized his brothers, but they did not recognize him. Now, how can the Israelites be white and the Africans black, and the brothers don't recognize this white man that's in their family? If it's a white man, they can be looking at him more closely. But if everybody's brown skin, all right, remember Joseph is the father of the Puerto Ricans and the Cubans. If everybody's brown skin, his brothers are brown skin, they don't recognize him. To them, his features have changed, and he's looking like an Egyptian. He's dressed like an Egyptian, and he even talks their language now. So his brothers don't recognize him, all right? And Joseph remembered the dreams that he had dreamed about them. And he said to them, "Ye are spies. You have come to see the nakedness of the land." So Joseph remembered the dreams that he had, which means he remembered that his brothers mocked him. And now Joseph is trying to see a way to stall his brother because he don't want to just let them get off easy without paying back, teaching them a lesson about the evil they did to him. So he accused them of being spies that want to come and attack Egypt. And they said to him, "No, my master, your servants have come to buy food. Wa ya amar Aliyah la'a adanya. Wa Ibadyaka bawa'a la shabar," right? Akal, to shabar akal, to buy food. "We are the sons of one man. We are honest. Your servants were never spies." Right? They said they were spies. They were never spies. They're honest. That's what they said. We're honest people. But he said to them, "No, but you have come to see the nakedness of the land. And you have come to see what spot is in the land is weak that you can try to exploit." They said, "We are servants. We, your servants, are 12 brothers, the son of one man in the land of Canaan. And behold, the youngest is with our father today, and one is gone." So they said, man, so now they're telling the whole story. We're all brothers, and our father sent us down here. That's all they had to say. But they bringing in the youngest one, Benjamin. They bringing in the one that's gone, is Joseph. So he's giving the whole family history. And Joseph said to them, "This is just what I have spoken to you, saying, ye are spies. Okay? With this you shall be tested. By Pharaoh's life, you shall not leave this place unless your youngest brother comes here." So he swore by Pharaoh, which means that if he breaks his word, he's wishing death upon Pharaoh. So he swore by the highest power in the land of Egypt, which is Pharaoh, that if you don't come and if Benjamin doesn't come down here, your youngest brother, you're not leaving. Verse 16, "Send one of you and let him fetch your brother, and you will be imprisoned so that your words will be tested, whether truth is with you. And if not, as Pharaoh lives, you are spies." So he said, "Look, go get Benjamin. I'm going to put y'all in jail. If you don't bring that little boy or your youngest brother down here, that means you are spies." And he put them in prison for what? 3 days. 3 days and 3 nights in jail in a low place like Yahushua, like Jonah was in the well. And on the third day, Joseph said to them, "Do this and live. I fear Aliyah." So he said, "Do this and live. Do this and live." Because he said, what? "Af ha Aliyah anya yada'a." Toward the powers, I fear. So he said, "I fear the powers." So if y'all do this, so basically saying, I believe in the same powers. I fear the same powers that you all worship. And if you do this thing, you're going to live. So on the third day, Yahshua rose from the grave. The third day, Joseph brings his brothers out and says, if y'all do this, y'all going to live. I fear y'all. I fear Yahweh. I fear the Aliyah. And this is what allowed Yahushua to live and be resurrected, because he feared and respected the Most High. So this is where we are today. So what do we learn? Always follow what you know is the right thing in your plan, because nobody can do that thing but you the way you want to do it. All right. And a lot of us, we stop at, okay, my calling is to go on and teach. And it stops at that. My calling is to, I got to go on the street and teach. All right. And once they do, they stop. They stop once they get that goal achieved. They stop that. Hey, Shalom Regalia, Shalom Cletus. All right, so once again, this is going to be a short Torah lesson. What the dream that Joseph had, he didn't give up on it. He kept pushing forward, and he kept it in his brain, kept it in his spirit. So now he's in a position where he sees himself, being a star. He sees himself being at the center of everybody's attention and decision making, but his brothers are just now coming down. But when he got promoted into being second in command under Pharaoh, he knew that he was moving up into a position that his dream had already demonstrated to him, through the power of Yahweh by Shem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai. All right. So he's putting them through a test, saying, bring your brother Joseph. Wants them to bring their brother Benjamin down. And once they bring Benjamin, he said, I'm going to let you all go free. But he has some more plans for them. So the Most High will let you get from point A to point B, but you might have to go through a lot of temptations, trials, for you to test your spirit, or for you to know that you got to do it the right way the next time. Okay. That's why so many things happen in our lives, just to give us the motivation we need to do the right thing from the beginning. All right. So that's going to be, believe it or not, man, that's 17 minutes. I think that's my all-time record. I haven't done a 17-minute class on the Torah in a while. I know some people are happy. Some people might be disappointed. All right. All right. So we're probably going to go ahead and just, end it. We're going to end it right there. All right. We're going to end it right. We're going to end it right there. Like we went over everything, and which, there's other verses that we can go into, but let's keep it brief tonight. So we see it, everybody understands it. This is a plan. This is what he did. Now just waiting to see what Joseph is going to do about his brothers. All right, so that's good. We're up to speed on what's going on with this Torah portion. Now tomorrow, all right, we're going to read chapter 19. We're going to read from verse 19 all the way down to 38, which is 20 verses. And then we're going to read all the way down to 15, which is 35 verses that we're going to read tomorrow. So go ahead and just, go over that, read that part. For the fifth day Torah portion, I'll go ahead and put it into the comment section right here. All right. I'll put in the comment section down there. So on Facebook, so you can go and read it. All right. So when we see that, now this is the payday. Payday meaning now Joseph has stored up all of this grain, and now he's about to get paid by selling it back to the people. Now it's the payback because his brothers are there, and now they sold him into slavery. So now they're going to have to pay. So he's going to get his payback. And it's a chicken coming home to roost, because what they planted is what they are going to reap. They planted deception. They planted fear for your life. They planted uncertainty. And that's what they're about to get. They're about to fear their life. They're about to be surrounded by uncertainty. All right. They're about to be deceived by their brother, just like they deceived their brother, Joseph, and they deceived their father. All right. So we have to look at the whole story and what is the moral that we're trying to push and learn from this history of our ancestors. These are our ancestors, and these records were written for our learning. All right, for our learning. All right, so we have to do this thing the right way. And don't let your doctrines outweigh your Torah. A lot of us are teaching doctrines, we know very little about the Torah. So when we come and looking at these, these verses, we have to be able to look at it and know what it's talking about, and know how to put it into a Hebraic type of mindset. All right, a Hebraic type of understanding. So they learned from their lesson. Hopefully, we're going to see that they did learn, but they said that the other brother is not, and our youngest brother is at home. All right. So remember, Joseph's dream is coming, but he has to what? He has to stay in the spirit. The spirit, and he has to stay within the fruits of the spirit in order for his dream to reach its potential of his brothers and his father, remember, bowing down to him, and also the females bowing down to him. We have to remember that. Okay, we have to remember that. Because his dream had a female, a male, and then little children. So if he loses his cool, if he starts to get in his flesh, which he doesn't, it's going to be a different outcome. So that's why you have to play your outcome by righteousness. You can't play your outcome by wickedness. So Job is playing his outcome. He's playing his role in righteousness, okay? So you got to play your role in righteousness. No matter what the other things are thrown at you, jail, prison, being brought low, being disrespected, being dishonored, having your character thrown back and forth and dragged through the mud. All right? You can't worry about that. You got to stick to what is the Father Yahweh have put in your spirit to accomplish for him according to his laws, commandments, and statutes and wisdom. Don't worry about everybody else. Everything else is static. Everything else is just, observers and spectators in what the Father Yahweh have given you to focus in on and do according to the laws, commandments, and statutes of Yahweh. If it ain't according to that, then you shouldn't be doing it. So that's it for today. Believe it or not, we are really, believe it or not, finished in under 25 minutes. All right, so we knocked that out pretty easily. It could have been shorter. Stopped at 17, really, but did more commentary. All right, Shalom Alaikum, love you. Next new moon is on tomorrow. It's on Thursday night, so-called Thursday night, the 6th until the 7th. Sabbath is on the Passover is on April 18th to April 19th, sunset to sunset as the first convocation day, and the last convocation day is April 24th to the 25th. All right, Shalom Alaikum, hallelujah. All praise to Yahweh.